Ho, ho, ho! I think we need a little bit of this, don't we? Ah, that's festive. How are you all? Long time no speak. It seems like forever. But now it's time for the WP Eagle Christmas stream. We've got some special guests that are hopefully going to be joining us this evening to share an hour or so with you guys. Of course, keep the chat coming in. We'll keep it flowing. There's obviously no script, no plan. We're just going to see how it goes. Yes, thank you, Jim. What did you think of that little ad? It's amazing what you can buy on Fiverr, isn't it? Amazing. I think they've done a fantastic job. Very Apple-esque, but I'm running it on Facebook. I'm going to be running it on YouTube as well. See how we get on with it. Got past the ad blocker. Yes. Product placement. So let me do a quick few hellos to you guys in the crowd. We've got already a couple of guests in the green room. Merry Christmas to you, Thomas and Matthew. Good to see you all. We've also got Abdullah. In fact, let's start with the Eaglers. We've got Daniel in. Is the Christmas music too loud? Is it all right? I don't know if Rosie's going to be joining us. Stephanie! Long time no see. Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, we've got Bradbury, we've got Chris, we've got CPA Marketeer, and we've got Steve at Easy Spaniel Training. We've got Ed, and we've got Electronic Earnings, and Gaz, and Jan, and Josh, another Eagler. Jonathan's here, Johnny9, Jim, Matthew, I've said hello to you. Michael's here, and Steve, and Thomas, another Eagler. How you getting on with your theme? I know you've had a few issues. Drop us an email at info@popcorntheme and we'll get you sorted. But thanks for being an Eagler. We've got website Wes, and we've got Zach, and then I'm afraid I don't know how to read Arabic, so I don't know what your name is. But if you could say it in English, I'll give you a shout out. But anyway, I think it's time to bring on some guests. My first two guests are already in the green room. Let's bring them in and have a quick chat. I'll do a transition just to make it seamless. We have Olivia, and we've also got Phil from the Spiderweb. Happy Christmas, how are you?
Merry Christmas.
Who's going to go first? Phil, you can go first. How are you?
All good. I've got my peanut butter, so we're all good.
I don't know if you saw that stream, Olivia, did you?
I don't think so.
No. I opened it up and had some guests on, and there was a very strange guy that liked peanut butter. Probably the less said about that, the better. And Olivia, how are you? I haven't seen you for a while.
Yeah, I'm good. Websites are good. I'm building another one at the moment.
Yeah, so your websites got hit, didn't they, a while back? But they've recovered. When did they recover?
My main one got hit a year ago. It was then hit again. And now it's recovered, not completely, but it's recovered it's the best it's been since it's been hit, put it that way. The only thing is my RPM has dropped, but I think everybody's has. Yeah. But I've got 5.
Which is weird at this time of year. Normally it should be high. Oh, by the way, have you? I've got a little small Christmas tipple here. I'm not on the Baileys just yet. Oh well, that's good news. So that's looking pretty. You're feeling optimistic about next year then.
Well, I've quit my job now,
so you have to be. You have to be optimistic.
Yeah, this has got to work.
Now, just to some of my guests, I've got a limit of 4 people on the eCam, so we will kind of keep it rolling through. In fact, let's just drop in. Who we got there? John.
Hey, how's it going, Alex?
Good. This is John from Motion Invest. We met over in California. That seems like an age ago now. You looking forward to Christmas, John?
Colder here now than it
does it feel like Christmas? Yeah, I bet it does. Is it snowing?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's good.
That's good.
I missed that. You see, we don't get that in Spain. It's still like 15 degrees here, whatever. I don't know what that is in old money. Yeah. Probably 65, something like that. 70.
Exciting times with the World Cup in Spain.
Yeah, there was a lot of it. There was a lot of partying the other night because there's quite a big Argentinian community here, as you can imagine. So they were all out in force celebrating, which is fine. I was kind of rooting for them to win. So, Phil, what's going on? Obviously, I just ran a little popcorn ad. Popcorn's going from strength to strength. You're working on it all the time, it seems, at the moment.
Yeah, it seems to be that there's not a day that goes by where I'm not adding a few more features to it. So it's going really well. Absolutely, it's great. It's been a massive learning curve, not just for me. I think for you and Carl as well.
Yeah, for sure.
In terms of getting updates out, but I think for the most part it's been fairly plain sailing at this point. Touch wood.
Yeah, it has, and we just got to deal with customers and support and stuff now. But we'll figure all that stuff out. Just coming from Doug's live says, Jason, there was a couple of other questions. By the way, can you just confirm that I sound all right? Sometimes when I got my ear pods in, which by the way were complimentary from Izoic, sometimes it makes the mic sound weird. So if you could just in the chat let me know that everything sounds good. Quick question to Olivia. I'm going to get some more guesses. We're going to have to keep it in and out, but you can always come back on later, of course. What did you do to recover the sites, if anything?
I mean, I did make changes. I'm not quite sure if those changes were what recovered it. It still needs a lot of work on it. So I set up a YouTube channel since it was hit. Yeah. So they've all got their own videos now. I went through and replaced any stock images with my own images. I don't know if that made a difference or not. I also went through every best X for Y post and took the word best out of everything. I don't know if that made a difference, but all of the best... So it just said
X for Y now?
I just changed the wording.
Okay.
I just changed the wording because I did notice anything with a best X for Y seemed to be hit.
Interesting.
Yeah, so they still have a list of... It still has a list of stuff, but I've removed the word
and just retitled it. So what would, best face cream for dry skin turn into?
It would be something like I tested these creams for whatever and here are the results or something. I just totally reworded it to remove the best.
Yeah.
Because I wondered if the algorithm was looking for specifically these.
Because they're obviously affiliate content.
Yeah. I don't know if that made any difference.
Yeah.
I don't. If I never.
Guess that's the problem. Yeah. When you change 4 or 5 different things, you never know which one actually made an effect. Interesting. Good. All right. Well, let me come back to a few. I want to just get a few people in. Phil, I'll come back to you in a minute. If you want to join in, I'll give you the word. But let's just bring in this lovely lady. Here we go. Hello. You look very festive. Shauna, you all right? Yeah, good. How are you?
Shut up. Good, how are you?
I'm really good. I see you've got a big festive jumper there and a festive hat. Is it cold where you are?
Not really. I'm in Vegas, so it's
okay. It's quite hard to get festive when you live in a hot climate, isn't it?
Yeah, right. Yeah.
Yeah. So what's new with you? How are your sites doing at the moment, and how are you feeling about next year?
I heard you guys talking about getting hit by an algorithm update. I had my biggest site got hit in May and never recovered. So in October, I split it into 7 smaller sites, and that seems to be working for me. Kind of like split it by topic clusters,
Interesting.
So, yeah.
So what? And they are on new domain names?
It's a mix. Some are brand new, and some were age domains, and some were domains that I had like a little bit of content on them before, so they were technically aged, but not like powered up with links. So.
Interesting. And have you noticed a difference between the new domains and the age domains?
Not really. Everything seems to be ranking well across the board. And I 301'd carefully at first, and there was no negative consequences from doing that from the hit domain.
Interesting.
How big did you make each cluster? Like what was the smallest number of articles that you moved to make its own site?
The smallest was actually 17 posts. So then I used my content pal. So I went and I ordered a bunch of content from them to beef that one up. And the biggest was 212.
Wow.
Cool.
Yeah.
So what was the logic behind this? Do you just think Google's gone off these big sites and is looking for very specific niche sites to use a phrase?
I did like a 2-month content audit and went through everything on the site, and there were only like minor problems, and then it never recovered. So I'm kind of assuming it was just like collateral damage. And so I
Okay.
kind of feel like it was like a site-wide penalty almost. That's why I kind of split it up.
Did you do anything
But if
dodgy
it
for the site? Any link building that may be a little bit
no,
shady?
most of the links are like Hero. Like I had links from like Weight Watchers and like all these mega brands. So
So
yeah.
it's very difficult always to identify what's going on, isn't it? Good.
Yeah.
So let's change subject. What's your plans for Christmas? Are you going away? Are you staying at home?
My wife and I are actually staying at home. We're seeing no family, which is going to be perfect.
Saying no
this
family.
year.
Well, that sounds perfect.
Yeah. No drama.
Just getting cozy in Vegas and just chilling out together. That sounds fantastic.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you live near Ron? Then you must be in a similar area.
Yeah, he lives like on the other side of town. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, Ron's traveling today. He couldn't make it. I did invite him, of
Oh
course.
no, that's too bad.
That's okay. Anyway, let me get a few more people in. John, come back in a bit if you like. I didn't realize Ecamm only had 4. I'm sure in the past we've had more on the 4. I don't know if there is an upgrade license I can get for. But yeah, let me just switch you out and let me switch you out for the amazing. Is he there? I think he's here. Oh yes, it's the man himself. It's Fix. How are you? I love the. Are they reindeer ears? I think you're muted. Are you muted? Oh, is that better? Say something.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. How are you, friend? I saw you uploaded a video the other day.
I did, yeah, just for Zoic, yeah.
Yeah, just for us.
All about you.
They made you do it, did they?
They pressured me into it.
So well, that can happen. Other than that, how's things? I see you've got a new space. How's the echoey sound vibes going?
I think it's going a little better. I'm starting to fill it up. I'm looking into some acoustic panels. So I think I'll put some like decorative ones on the wall.
That could be cool, and maybe some lights that spell something. But all you basically need to get rid of echo is just stuff, and it looks like you're putting some stuff in. Is that your book collection in the background there?
Yeah, books that I've never read but make me look smart.
Yeah, that's good. That's perfect. Anything you'd recommend off the shelf that you've never read?
This is my favorite one. I will nourish my inner martyr. So it's kind of making fun of like all those positive affirmations. So here's one. I delight in my ability to pout and sulk.
Nice.
That's a good one. You do pout and sulk quite a lot, actually. Yeah.
Oh, too much.
Good. And what are your plans for Christmas? I imagine it's cold and snowy where you are as well, is it?
Yeah, very cold and unfortunately very snowy.
You sick of it after a day or so?
Oh, yeah, especially when I was in San Diego for the Zoic thing. I couldn't believe that's how people live.
Well, yeah, in the warmth.
Yeah,
the sunlight.
Constantly. But it'll be with my wife's family. That's what we usually do.
Okay.
So
you'll be waited on. They'll be cooking and.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah,
that's good.
It's delightful.
That's good. You can just get comfy. Good. All right. Well, I've got another guest that's waiting. Let me just rotate this. Olivia, you can join us again in a minute. I'm just going to switch it around. And let's see who we've got instead. Oh, it's the man himself. Adam! You're live on Channel 4. Is he there? He's looking at something. Hello?
He looks confused.
Adam.
Oh, I was watching the stream.
Okay, yeah, well, you're on it. You're on it now.
Come on. Hi.
How are you?
I am very good, thank you. Hey, Shauna, how you doing?
Hey, good. How are you?
Fix is here as well. Have you met Fix before?
Only through Zoic, but I feel like I should have made a bit more effort. You guys are very Christmassy, and I'm just sat here in a hoodie.
Yeah. Well, how is the weather where you are? Is it cold? I bet it's cold. Snow? Any snow?
It's been freezing in the UK. Yes, it's pretty cold. It's got warmer the last couple of days, but yeah, it's been pretty cold. No snow with me though, but plenty of snow elsewhere.
Good. And what are you doing for Christmas?
We are going to Norway for Christmas this year. So we're flying on Christmas Eve. We're out there for 5 nights.
Oh, yeah, I remember. It's going to be fantastic.
Yeah. There's the world's biggest gingerbread city there. Where we're going.
You've already mentioned this. This is the thing you're most excited about, isn't it?
The highlight of my year. And if I don't take a bite of one of these things before I come back, a sneaky bite, as we go past, then kick myself forever.
They must have rules and guards there, and just to stop people from eating the place.
Yeah, well, I've already got a plan. My wife is going to make a distraction on one side, and then I'm just going to take a bite and run away. Then, pretty much.
Okay, I'm intrigued. What's the distraction going to be?
I don't know. She's going to make it up. I haven't told her the plan yet. It's a on the fly plan. She doesn't know she's involved.
Right, let's go to the chat. But before I do that, I just want to ask you guys, or just have a think about this for a minute. What's your biggest takeaway from this year, from 2022, as we draw to the end of the year? What have you learned this year that you're going to carry with you into next year, and it's going to be useful? Just have a little think about that. Anyway, we've got Tony has just dropped in. He's saying hello. Who else has just dropped in? Mom Van Up, good to see you. Only 12 likes indeed. Well, it's actually 31, but if we get to 88, then we can have something, some kind of festive gig. I think I've got some festive sounds. Yeah, little jingle bells. We can have a festive giveaway. It's not really that festive. It's just WP Eagle merch. But yeah, we need to get to 88 likes. Matthew says it's hot in Africa. I think it's always hot in Africa generally, isn't it? I think most of the time. In fact, let me just quickly swap out Adam for his counterpart. You can come back in a minute, Adam, if you want to. Just click the link again. Because we've got his compadre. Oh. I thought you were in your dressing gown then. It's just a big old cardi, isn't it?
I also haven't got, I've got beer though, so I haven't got
festive. Yes, good. Festive, I know for some of you it's like, it's still like lunchtime or something, really, isn't it? It's a bit earlier. Yeah. But
it's really dark here, yeah.
It's not dark, well, it's definitely dark here. I'm still outside. I mean, you lot are all cozy inside. I'm still on my roof. Good. How are things with you?
All good, thanks. Yeah. Looking forward to Christmas. Looking forward to a new year.
What do you want for Christmas?
Oh, just a rest. Nice. Anyone want three children?
Oh, what do they want for Christmas?
They get whatever they want. So yeah.
What is that? What is that? PlayStations? Or what age is that?
Lots of Lego for my son's 9.
Oh God,
9,
Lego.
6 and 3. So lots of Lego.
Although,
we'll get.
Yeah.
Anything
nothing better than a fresh Lego pack. When you've got all the bits in front of you, it's all there, nicely packed up, and you can just put it together without spending hours and hours looking for the bits. Because after Christmas Day, they're all going to get mixed up, and then it becomes something else. But a fresh Lego kit, you can't beat it. So you've Santa's going to be bringing some Lego, you think?
He's got lots of Lego. Yeah, I also ordered a chess kit off a chess board off Kickstarter about 2 years ago. It just arrived. Like it was supposed to come before last Christmas.
Why is it on Kickstarter? I think chess has been around for a while. Is this something new? What's going on?
It's like a computer one which teaches you, and it's particularly aimed at kids as well. Oh. And my son's like really, he's got like a logical mind, loves like logical puzzles and stuff, and really got into chess.
Wow, that's good.
So I got him this 2 years ago. When it was
but you can obviously. Are you any good at chess? Are you gonna play him? Do you think? How long is it going to take before he starts winning over you?
He probably will start beating me because he's going. Occasionally giving him my phone to go through, and he's going up through. The different chess players have got different levels, so he's gradually breaking up the levels and beating them all. So I'm not particularly. I know how to play, but I'm not particularly good. So it won't be long before.
Yeah,
I need this computer to teach me.
Yeah, there's knowing the rules of chess, and then there's knowing how to play chess and the different things. Oh, he'd love it here. They're mad about chess here. Chess everywhere. Down the front, massive chess boards, chess clubs, chess square. They just opened a brand new square, which is all about chess. Mad for chess. Chess everywhere. Anyway, I've got a few more guests coming in. I'm going to keep going. If you want to come back later, I really appreciate it. Stay on the stream and then just click on the link again in a bit. But I do want to say hello to everyone, and I'm going to upgrade my streaming software for next time. So let me just quickly swap you out, Mark. I'll see you in a minute. We've got another guest here. Who's this? Who is this? Let's have a look. Hello.
Hey.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. Are you at home?
Yeah. I hope you can't hear too much in the background.
Are the kids? They're not in bed yet. No.
They are. They're listening to Twinkle Twinkle Little Star. So.
Beautiful. I see Doug and Carl are waiting. I will come to you in a second. I've only got 4 slots on me stream. But anyway, how's things with you? Have you had a good year? 2022? From what I see on your Twitter, it seems to have been a pretty good year. I mean, sites have been up and down like everyone's, but I think generally you're up, aren't you?
Yeah, mostly up. I think site 2 got hit, but that was it. Out of all the 8 sites in the portfolio, pretty much, it's been a really good year. So from the affiliate gathering down to all the stuff that's been going on, released a product recently, which is doing really well.
Yeah, I want to have a look at that. That's your mad writing spreadsheet thing.
Yeah.
Did you create that?
I don't want to get into the story of it too much right now, but I'm not a coder, but I done some things and ChatGPT helped me. And then
Okay, wow. You asked ChatGPT to create some code?
Yeah, ChatGPT. I knew what to say to him, and then I passed it to a developer to build it out with all the ideas that I had. So I'm working with someone closely now. So yeah, it's going really well.
Fantastic. Daniel says keep an eye on Ariel next year. There's something big's going to happen for you, I think. I was going to ask actually, how was Brighton SEO?
Brighton SEO was really good. I met some really cool people there. I also met 2 people from the affiliate gathering, which was interesting. They found me and we kind of banded together and just went around to everything together, which was
as
good.
the affiliate crew, because there's a lot of agency folk there, isn't there?
That's it. We were the only affiliate kind of like niche site people. So that was cool because I would have just been on my own and just completely lost. So we just went around. We knew what we knew about our niche sites, which was nice. But everything was aimed at, people that were employed by an agency or people who, mainly
selling SEO to clients, that kind of stuff.
So you had to pick out bits of information that would be useful for your sites, which I did. So
good. So not of course as valuable as affiliate gathering, I wouldn't imagine, but still worth a trip down to Brighton. It's pretty easy for you than York, maybe.
Yeah, it's a nice drive. Brighton's a nice drive. I had 3 days away, which I don't usually get, so that was cool. But yeah, it's cool.
That's good. So what's your biggest takeaway from this year? What have you learned that you're going to move forward with into next year?
I think put yourself out there. I think that's been my biggest takeaway. There's loads of things that I've done in my past with business, but really being vulnerable and putting yourself out there, meeting people. I think that's probably the biggest thing for 2022. I've met so many amazing people that I wouldn't have met otherwise. So putting yourself out there, not being afraid to be wrong as you learn, because we're all growing.
Yeah, we're always wrong. Well,
we're always wrong. We're always growing.
Me particularly. Maybe you not so much, but yeah. And but you've not only in real life, but you've been definitely putting yourself out there on social media. You're putting a lot more time into your YouTube, your channel, and Doug's channel, and Twitter. And I just see that you're really doing it.
Yeah, I'm enjoying it. We all lost people in COVID during the COVID time, I'm sure, but in the past 5 years, I know so many people my age and younger that lost their lives, just not COVID, but just during peak moments of their life, and they were doing so well, just living their dreams. So I feel like life is just so precious. So taking every moment.
Do it now. Really it might not be tomorrow.
Yeah, exactly.
Good. That's a good message. By the way, everyone's links are below in the description. There's links to everyone's YouTubes, or if they haven't got YouTube, to whatever else they've got. So do go and subscribe and check all of my guests out. They've all got some fantastic channels and fantastic content. A positive message there from Tony. It's going to be a great year for all of us. I hope it is. Anyway, let me just quickly swap one of you out. Fix, will you come back in a bit for me? Thank you. Right, we have got the man himself. The man himself. Hey. You two know each other, I guess?
Yeah, we've spoken.
Yeah, in fact, I'm going to go for an all-female lineup. Look who we've got here.
All right.
How are you, Amelia?
I honestly don't know how that happened.
Well, you're live and it's working. We can hear you and see you.
What's funny is that I was 30 seconds behind on the live stream. So I was just listening to Ariel talk, and then all of a sudden, hi.
Yeah, there's a little delay on YouTube compared to the real life reality. How are you? You look like you're in a cold, snowy place.
Yeah, I was hearing everybody talk about what they were doing for the holidays, and I'm currently in the middle of it. I took my family to visit other family, and it snowed the day after we got here, and I'm not sure if we're going to be able to go home.
Oh, wow. Oh, is that a bad thing? I don't know.
Well, eventually my sister will get tired of us, and there will be no food. So.
Oh yeah, then it starts to get awkward. Okay, well hopefully the snow will clear a little bit, or you're gonna have to get shoveling or get a snowplow or something. Have you had
that's
a good
actually
year?
what we're doing right now. I've got my son over there shoveling away, so we'll be done in about 3 days.
Yeah, perfect. And how's this year been for you? Obviously, bar COVID and all the rest of it.
I really went into this year thinking that this was going to be like the year. And so I don't think I've handled the various challenges of the updates as some of our colleagues, to be honest, because I had like my mindset was there was no room for what Google did, period, right? And so the second half of like Q3 and then all of Q4 has been about kind of adjusting a bit and then sort of reassessing and like reaffirming that this is what I want to do, and I want to I have to adapt. I don't have control over things, and that to be an entrepreneur in this business, we have to be ready and okay with things changing. Like and folks that, and I'm one of them, that have a hard time with being out of control. Like we have to figure out how to make it work in this.
That's right. But I think not only in business and with this stuff, I think just in life in general. I mean, so much stuff happens that we really have no control over. And it's really the mindset of how to deal with what happens around us, isn't it? That's the key thing. We can choose how to react in a way, but there's a lot of things that are completely out of control. I think 90% of probably what happens to us is completely out of our control.
Yeah, well, I've heard, a lot of our colleagues here on the stream already talking about what they are actively doing like right now to grow and change and recover sites. And I've kind of gone on the mode of like, I'm just going to watch a little bit because the updates just keep rolling out. And so I know that people feel really excited about like, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do this. And I'm like, I think I'm going to watch a little bit and wait for whatever's happening to, at least with one project I'm thinking of, to stabilize a little bit before I go in, because I just don't know if what I'm doing is going to make a difference. And so I've been instead using the time that I might have been going all or get out with my family. And that again is a product of this business. Like what day is today? I don't even know. See,
it's Tuesday.
Like this business, I don't even know what day it is. It's a Tuesday and I'm out shoveling snow. We were doing a snowball fight until 5 minutes ago. With my kid on a Tuesday, I don't have to worry about getting to work, and just reminding myself like, okay, yes, this business is not perfect, but
it could be a whole lot
worse. This is a good life. Like it is going to be worth it to continue to try to sort this out, even though I'm not very comfortable with being out of control. So
no. Well, I mean, there are things you can do. I mean, you've got a big following. You could, building email lists and just generally having a community definitely helps bring a little control in, because you've got your community that you can talk to and share with them.
Absolutely. I have nothing to complain about, and I'm the most blessed person in the world who, it's all of my problems are first world problems and all of them are sortable. So I am working on mindset and like general I'm just happy, and it's hard not to be in this business when there's so many opportunities out there. I just got to figure out what's going to be the next thing and how it's going to play out. Yeah,
for sure. So you're feeling optimistic and positive about next year?
Look around me. Like, what else is there to do?
No, exactly.
Feel optimistic.
Good. Well, and you're still doing your updates on YouTube? I think I saw one the other day.
I went through the mode at the beginning of the year, like I'm super focused. I will do nothing else but this particular project, which was great until that project got hammered. So I think you will see me more on YouTube now. I probably will be a little more spread out and diversified in 2023. Just because I felt the sting of being hyper-focused on one thing, which it did great until it didn't.
Yeah. So a little bit more diversification, spreading yourself out a little bit more. It's probably a good thing.
I think so.
Well, thanks for popping in from out in the snow. I'll let you get back to shoveling. some snow, and hopefully you
I
get
will.
yourself
I'm
moving
going to
again.
continue to listen to I'll listen to the stream, but I'm not sure how much juice my phone's got. So
Okay, well, you can always watch it back again, and have a great Christmas. It was really good to meet you this year. That was one of my highlights of this year for
that
sure.
was awesome. Thank
Was
you for
the-
having me, and it's nice to see you, Shauna.
You
It was
too,
nice to
you
meet
too.
you this year too.
Yeah.
And Mario,
It
bye.
was a great event. Thank you, Amelia. Go check out her channel. There's a link in the description. But now, speaking of affiliate gathering, it's Mr. Affiliate Gathering himself, Carl.
Hey,
Can
Carl.
you hear me?
Oh.
But you're kind of moving a little bit like. Where are you? You've got no bandwidth?
Yeah, this is in a little cottage just outside Chatsworth House near Bakewell, middle of nowhere.
Bakewell, is that
So
where the tart
internet
comes from?
Yeah.
Not her,
In
the
fact,
cake.
We've got upstairs to eat.
Perfect. And are you having a good break? Oh, I don't know if his connection's going to hold out for this.
Yeah.
Carl,
I
you're
didn't
having a
think it
good
would
break.
Hold out to
No. Oh. There is something nice about being somewhere without a decent connection. You have to put the laptop down and go outside.
I think that's why I chose this low, so there's no signal.
Okay. Sean, it's good to see you. Yes, Ecamm is a bit full. That's why I'm kind of churning through the guests. But I don't know if Carl's going to stick around. Try again in a bit, Carl. We'll come back to you in a minute. Oh.
Looks like we lost Ariel also.
Yeah, Ariel's gone. But look who it is now. It's Doug.
Doug.
How
Hello.
are you? So,
How's it going?
It's going good. I love the snowman T-shirt there.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We're kind of twinsies, right? Like,
Yeah. How's it going, Shauna?
Are you getting your Christmas
yeah.
merch from the same place?
I don't know. Mine came from Life is Good.
Mine's a Dwight Schrute shirt. So it actually says, in the end, the greatest snowball of all isn't a snowball, it's fear. So if you don't watch U.S. Office, you won't know what it means.
I've seen a few. I like it. Anyway, how are you, Doug? I think Doug may be doing a little music number for us soon.
Oh.
We're looking forward to that. Ariel, I didn't mean to kick you off. Sorry if you did. If you want to come back on, please do. Just click on the link. If you haven't been on yet, I'm looking at you, Sean. Click the link. You should be able to get on now. But Doug, what are you going to take away from this year? Do you think this year's been a good one for you?
Yeah, it's been great. I've been working less and less over the last 2 to 3 years.
Which has always been a plan of yours, a goal of yours.
Yeah, it's been really good. And don't get me wrong. I mean, I worked really hard for several years, but as I've turned it down, it's been much better. And I encourage people, if you can get to the spot where you can turn it down a little bit, it's pretty rewarding. There's a lot of other stuff to do. The problem is there's always like more things you could do. You could always obsess over analytics, metrics, algorithm updates, like fill in the blank. There's always more of that to go around. You're never going to finish everything. You're never going to keep up. There's always competitors coming behind you. So if you could just relax a little bit, it goes a long way. So I've been sleeping more. It's amazing. It's amazing.
Well, just generally sleeping. You sleeping more, you're drinking less, getting outdoors more, just generally living life to its fullest.
My hair is growing back. Yeah.
Let's not go too far. Come on.
It is amazing. It's just not where you think.
And in the studio there, is it warm now? Or is it? I imagine it's quite cold where you are.
It's pretty chilly, and we're about to get a cold front through here. So I think it's supposed to be like -15 Fahrenheit. So that's like whatever, -28 Celsius, I think. So it's supposed to get very cold.
Wow.
But yeah, it's pretty chilly.
That's proper cold.
It's bad. Like, we'll probably won't walk the dog. Like, we'll just stay inside. We'll just let her out. But down here, it's fine. Feels fine down here.
Okay, so should we have a little musical interlude now? Are you able to do that?
Yeah, I can. So, quick preface: I am not a professional musician, so it could be a little rough. I'm going to try my best, and yeah. So I'll see what I can do here. I got to take off the headphones and everything.
Okay.
And
We'll just put
won't be able to
Doug
hear you.
on full. Hang on, here we go. I'm excited for this. That's a good sound.
Very nervous. Hopefully the levels are okay.
Yeah, it sounds
It's a
good.
good
Sounds good.
sound coming from that. Oh, I can't hear you, Alex.
Woo! Is that better? Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. I muted
So
myself
it's
to be
rougher
polite.
than I
Sounded
thought.
good.
Thank
No, it
you.
sounded
You just got to
good.
keep plowing through. Pretend like you didn't make a mistake.
Yeah, exactly. Then no one works. The thing is, I've noticed that there's a load of musicians that jam in the local bar in here on a Tuesday, and there's a guy there who plays the fiddle. He's just been learning the fiddle. Sounds really good to me. But he'll do a song and he'll say, "Oh, I made so many mistakes. That was terrible." I was like, "Did you? What? Like, sounded fine."
Perfect. Yeah, you just don't melt down, and it's okay. Yeah. And Alex, I don't know if I missed it earlier. What's your big takeaway for the year?
Well, similar to you, I think. Not stressing about too much stuff outside of your control. Again, similar to what Amelia was saying, there's a lot of stuff going on that you can't control, so therefore probably not worth worrying about too much. Trying to stay positive, trying to work less, but then also trying to work better. So, we've been doing a lot of work. I've been taking a break this month from YouTube, which has been good, but now I'm kind of keen to get back into it with some new ideas and some new stuff. And yeah, just keep going. I think the main thing that differentiates a lot of us from people that don't move towards their goals or towards success is we just keep showing up. Don't we?
Yeah.
We do, even though we have the odd break here and there, we generally keep showing up. And I think that's the main differentiator between those that have success and those that don't. It's not that they're any smarter or any better, or they've got a better idea than you, or they know some SEO trick that you don't. They just keep showing up and keep doing it. And if you do it long enough, stuff's going to happen. It's Doug's friend and regular on the channel. She's back.
That's the main differentiator between have success.
I can hear myself now. Sorry. Yeah. How are you back, Ariel? How are you?
They've got a better idea than you.
I've got that lag.
Yeah, I can hear myself. It's a bit weird. Did you hear Doug's song then?
Yeah, I did. I was on YouTube and now I've just switched back over. So
yeah, if you watch it on the Ecamm page, then it's better.
Yeah.
Righty, Doug, can you come back in 5-10 minutes?
Yep, you got it.
I'm just going to switch out for another guest. Thank you very much for that music, and yeah, we'll catch up in a minute. But look, we've got another special guest that I just want to bring in. There he is, Sean. How are you, Sean?
Yeah, I'm having dramas, but is it working? Can you hear us?
I can hear. I can see you. Wow, that beard is looking impressive.
Oh yeah, you said fancy dress. I'll go with Santa Claus beard.
Yeah, I think if the websites take a serious downturn, that might be a little side hustle this time of year.
Exactly. Bits and the like, but yes, it might be the way I've got to go at this rate. How's things anyway?
Good. How's things for you? It sounds like not so good. Are your sites not doing as you'd like?
The one I built this year has basically failed, but I've got one that's seasonal from the end of October till early March, so it's spiking. I've got another one like in the middle of October to start climbing and it hasn't stopped, and I have no idea why. It's them things with Google right now, so it's a bit of a mixed bag. Most are just tracking sideways, but yeah, see what 2023 does.
Yeah, that seems to be my biggest takeaway of just this stream. That a lot of people, their sites either going down or it's going up, and the main reply is, I don't know why.
No, honestly, mate,
I did some stuff, or I did do some stuff, but yeah, it's going up, it's going
Well,
down. No one knows why.
Yeah, with my sites, when they get hit, I just let them sit. And over the years, I've had countless sites get hit one update, then a few updates later, they come back up, and I haven't even logged into the site. It's like, was it WhatsApp or Slack when I sent you the message of what me and my friends are doing?
Mm.
And we found some correlations with what got hit. But literally, because there's more updates rolling out now, a lot of that stuff doesn't fit the pattern anymore. So...
Yeah, I know. You try and piece some things together. You speak to your friends. You go, "Well, have you done this? Have you done that?" I mean, we had a theory that it was sites that maybe are running Ezoic, but then we looked into it, and there are some sites that are running Ezoic that are doing fine.
Yeah. My one
it's very. You got to be very careful when you're looking for correlations and stuff, and you've only got a small data set because you will see things that maybe aren't there.
Yeah, and then the next update, it all changes anyway. So it's like, yeah, I'm not doing this anymore. My new plan for 2023. Earlier this year, I started a bet just for a bit of fun with one of my friends to race from a fresh domain to getting a Mediavine as soon as possible. But his brother, sister-in-law, they want to start now, and then there's 2 other people joining. So in January, I'll start new fresh domains, and it's like, we've just got a little game within our circle of friends to see who can do that rather than worrying about Google updates.
So it's the race to Mediavine. Is that what it's called?
Yeah. There's 7 of us, I think, who've done it before. And there's a few who are first-time bloggers, but see how it goes. It's better than worrying about Google updates. And honestly, other than getting screenshots for my videos, I don't even check my analytics anymore.
Yeah,
so,
how was what do you call it? No Look November. I know there's something else that goes on November. I don't want to quote that.
I saw Amelia Gardner, who was on the stream earlier. I'm sure it was last year or the year before. She did it, and I was like, that's actually a really good idea, especially the way Google is right now. You don't want to ruin your Christmas because you get hit. It's like, yeah, just not looking anyway. It's rare that I used to look at my analytics, to be honest, but then Q3 this year with all the updates, I've gone into the habit of checking every day, and it just didn't like it. It's not
it just affects your entire move. You check it in the morning, and then that's going to determine whether you're having a good day or a bad day. You don't want that.
Exactly, mate. So yeah, I just don't check anymore. It's like check once a month at the start of the month and see what happens.
Shauna, how often do you check your analytics?
Maybe monthly.
Maybe monthly. That's probably a good way to do it.
Yeah.
Ariel, how often are you checking? Are you a daily or an hourly, or just leave it for a month?
I'm still checking daily, but only on 2 sites. I don't check the others at all. Just the 2 sites.
The thing is, when you do see that it's up, that gives you a little bit of a dopamine hit, doesn't it? That's the thing with analytics. It can give you a little buzz.
I'm looking at how many visitors are on the page. That's my new thing. I just want to see how many people are on at the moment, or how many.
Oh, the real time. Yeah, that's a good indication of whether a site's doing all right. Yeah, that is.
Yeah, and to see what pages they're on, because sometimes it's so random. I'm like, okay,
so you're just basically stalking your visitors as they're moving around your site. Oh, they've gone onto this page. Oh, now where are they going? What are they doing? They're going the wrong way. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess.
I'm sure there's a lot against that.
But one of my goals for next year is to try and figure out how on earth to get some good reports out of GA4, because that's going to happen next year.
Dude, I'm switching over to Search Console. I played around with GA4 and I'm like, yeah, not bothered about this. Like Search Console, you log in, the image I need's at the top for my YouTube videos from now on. We just get that. I'm not. I don't like.
But that's only organic traffic. There's probably other traffic that you're missing out.
Yeah, I'm trying Pinterest next year as well, so that'll be a pain to track. But I just don't like GA4, dude.
Well, there's other third-party analytics. I mean, I think there's a huge opportunity next year for anyone that wants to learn GA4 and become good at it, and maybe do a YouTube or something, because I think there'll be a lot of people looking for that information.
Somebody made a Google data studio. Like they've made this really good chart that you can see everything. You can see all of your sites, and that's free. I've forgotten her name. She's on Twitter, but she made Google GA4 look a lot more appealing, because you can see all of the charts and tables, and you don't have to switch between all the different sites. So I need to find that.
Yeah, you can do some. It's all in there. It's just kind of getting it out, and it's all down to GDPR. Really, that's why they messed with analytics. It's all down to the EU and that stupid GDPR stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway, Good. All right. So you're feeling positive about next year, Sean, or not?
Positive if it can be, but me, I'm diversifying heavily right now. It's like I've got a few YouTube projects I want to work on, but yeah, see what happens with Google. I do think they go more towards a question and answer engine where you put something and it just shows you the answer in the snippet rather than an actual search engine. But it'll probably take a few years to do that, so milk it as much as you can for now. That's my plan, at least.
Yeah, it is interesting. But then they've also got competitions on that front with ChatGPT and other. By the way, Jasper released their chat the other day.
I saw, yeah.
I haven't tried it yet. But in theory, yeah, you just go to these AI machines and ask them questions to get your answers. I mean, the main problem with that is that they're generally wrong in their facts, but once they get better...
To be fair, it's like... do you know The Verge put that video up about how to build a PC, and the dude had everything in front of him. It was like a viral video a few years back. Oh, yeah. Everything he did was wrong. He basically broke the computer. So it's like even people who are meant to like have to do in front of them don't know what they're doing.
I didn't see that. I did stumble across it.
He got completely. He got attacked for that big time. It was really bad.
People still troll him on Twitter about it. And I don't agree with that because it's like years later. It's like give the guy a break. He was only young.
Wow.
It's like one of the biggest media companies in the world published the video and he basically destroys his motherboard in real time in front of you.
Wow, I'm going to have to look that up. I don't think I've seen that. But I did, as I say, stumble across another channel that has got me completely intrigued. And it kind of shows how you can mash up niches together. So this guy on his YouTube channel, he builds PCs, from scratch. He gets all the parts and puts them together. But then he does it in an ASMR style. So he's put ASMR with PC building. So you can just relax and unwind. The guy speaks in a very soothing voice and builds the PC in a very calm manner. Just relax and just watch this guy build a PC. You can do anything on YouTube, I guess. He's got quite a big following. Good. Anyway, so a shame you couldn't make it to California. Did you get invited, Sean?
Yeah, I did.
Good. I was just checking. Damn, I thought I put my foot in it there.
No, the thing I thought was happening next year, I was basically told not to go anywhere, and now that's not even happening. I was expecting a 6 to 8 month window next year with minimal internet. And then they basically said, oh, yeah, that's not happening anymore. It's like, mate, what? Really? Been working 18-hour days for like 6 months to make sure next year.
Free up some time.
Yeah, dude, like I nearly killed myself, man. But at least now, like silver lining on the cloud is I've got a lot more free time next year now because so much.
So you're going to be at Affiliate Gathering, I guess, of course.
Yeah, I've got my ticket. Got me AG ticket. There's a one up in Edinburgh that another one of my friends is trying to start. So she's asked me to just like go for that. And then another one of my friends over in Manchester. She's to be fair, she was really drunk when she was talking about this, so this one probably won't happen. But she wants like everyone on the panel's female bloggers instead of like having a mixed one. And she was asking us about that kind of stuff as well. But obviously, being a guy. I wouldn't be speaking there, but like she's a good friend, so I'd still go to support her with that.
Yeah, that sounds good. So yeah, getting out and about more next year, which is good. And who knows, we might get invited back across the Atlantic again. That would be fun. It was good fun to meet up with everyone for sure. Okay, well, thanks for dropping by.
Cheers, man.
For those of you that I cut off a bit earlier, do try and rejoin and come back on, and we can talk a bit more now. Now everyone's come through. Not everyone's turned up that I thought was going to. But maybe
who else is supposed to?
Well, Ricky from Income School said that they were going to drop by.
He might not be able to get in, mate. Kept me waiting for ages just to let us into the room.
Yeah, but it kind of said you were waiting, and then when I tried to add you, it said that I'm hit my limit. But now there's not so many people here, so I'll check my email in a second. Good. So, what are you doing for Christmas, Sean?
Cause I used to be in the Air Force, so I was always away most of the year. And my dad and my brother, they work away from home as well. So Christmas Day was like my mum's day, because she always wanted the family together. Because of what we did for a living, we never could be. So whatever mum wants on Christmas Day, mum gets. So yeah, it's like I turn up and do what I'm told, basically. Which is a type of mum, right? she just likes to spoil her family. So even though it's like her day, she just grafts non-stop, making Christmas cake and
Yeah,
like,
they.
dinners and all.
I
Chill
think
out,
they
watch
do
some,
enjoy it. They do enjoy it. I mean,
yeah,
I
she
don't know.
complains, but she loves it really.
Mary Berry was on the TV last night. You know, the old lady cook chef,
great.
and she was saying, "Oh, I get up at the crack of dawn to do the turkey, and I absolutely love doing it, and all that, whatever." Okay.
Mate, you might walk in on Santa Claus, getting up the chimney.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for dropping by. I'm going to bring back some of my other guests. We should catch up again anyway, just in general, offline, and have a good old catch up at some point, maybe in the new year. I've got some things I want to talk to you about. So let's do that.
No worries, man.
Good. And if you ever fancy come down to Spain, then let me know.
It's too hot for gingers, dude.
That's a fair point. Well put. All right, Sean. Good to see you. You'll find a link to Sean's channel in the description. Go check him out. And back again. Olivia, you still got your hat on?
Oh, hello.
Oh, we can have 5.
Oh, wow.
The technology allows. Doug, welcome back.
Hey.
So, here's a question for you. I know Ariel's got a blue tick. What does everyone think about the new Twitter blue? I'm regretting purchasing. Purchased last week and still no blue tick. Well, Elon's got some stuff going on, other things on his mind. I guess he hasn't got around to checking your phone number yet. What do we think about it? What's it, £11 a month or something?
Along those
I
lines.
think it's just that. I think it's like £7, £8.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then now I see that there's businesses and people with gold ticks.
I have a blue tick.
You do? You're paying for it?
Yeah.
Yeah. Does it?
Not on Beauty Room, but on one of my other websites.
And you find it advantageous?
I don't know. No.
Makes you feel important, like a celebrity?
They're supposed to. I think they're going to add stuff to it. So it's not up and running fully, I don't think.
Yeah. But I think Twitter, Elon's going to step down, isn't he now?
Is he really?
Well, he did a vote, didn't he, the other day, saying, should I step down as CEO of Twitter, and I will follow whatever the outcome is. And he was voted 57% or something to leave from millions of votes. And also, I think the shareholders at Tesla are now going, what are you doing? I mean, haven't you got enough companies? You seem to be just doing Twitter now, and we've got all these electric cars and stuff, which is probably way cooler. Why don't we do that? So, I don't know. Weird. We'll see. I do love Twitter.
What I like about the blue tick is it lets you edit your tweet. And sometimes I'm just tapping away and then there's a typo you realize, so you can just quickly undo it, fix it, and then publish it. So that's a nice little plus. I'm not sure if it's £11 or £8 worth of a plus, but that's one thing.
I think he's going to monetize. He's going to let people monetize it eventually.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, Ricky's here now. Can I just let him in? Shauna, I'm going to drop you just for a minute, if that's all right.
Yeah.
And but thanks
That's
very much
cool,
for joining me. And have a great Christmas if I don't speak to you before. But do hang around.
Yeah,
Maybe you can jump on again in a bit.
All
okay.
right, sounds good.
See you later. Ricky, you made it.
I did. How's it going, Alex? Hey,
good. How are you?
What's up?
Very good.
So yeah, we've just been hanging out. We've been sharing our thoughts of this year and also looking forward to next year. But what's been your big takeaway from this year? What have you learned that you're going to carry forward? Or is there's probably more than one thing?
It's been kind of a crazy year, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, big thing for me, I think, is I'm going forward. I'm going to be focusing a lot on trying to build EAT with content, and just for me personally, getting kind of back into much more content creation outside of just income school. Spending more time writing, more time just in the weeds of it. Between these algorithm updates and AI, everybody's asking about AI these days. I think we as bloggers, there's a little bit of adapting we need to do, but I still think there's some great opportunity. So that's kind of the big thing for me is
We shouldn't
getting
give up
back into
hope,
it.
because you often
No.
hear people saying, what do you think about blogging in 2023? What do you think about setting up a niche website? What do you think about affiliate marketing? Is it dead? But of course, it's not dead. None of that's dead, is it?
No.
It's still
No,
a huge
not at
opportunity.
all. Yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. I whenever people say it's dead, I'm just, especially in the within the context of AI, we're still nowhere near a place where AI is generating anything unique. It relies on it relies on something somebody else created, right?
Yeah, from
And
a
so
human, someone who actually knew what they were talking about.
So Google just they updated their quality rater guidelines, and EAT is now EEAT. They want to see experience. They want to see that, if we're going to be sharing stuff that requires experience to know it,
Yeah.
then they want us to be able to show that we have some experience there. And
So what does that
AI
mean, though?
can
Does that mean that it's more difficult?
Yeah.
Because before we could enter any niche without any experience, and we could do some research, and we could create some content, and we could probably get some traffic and maybe make a bit of money. Do you think those days are gone? So now you really need to draw on your own personal life experience and put that into your website?
I think we're moving that direction. I think it's going to be harder to research anything. I think you're going to have to be willing to experience it, at least to some degree. I don't think you have to be a world expert on a topic, but I think, and I think that there's still plenty of room for research. I think you can do a lot of original research, talking to people who have more experience.
Oh yeah, that's true.
doing
You could pull in
polls,
other people's
etc.
experience. Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, crowdsourcing data and information, I think we can do a lot of that. But I think what we are going to have to get away with a little bit, or away from, is answering really fact-based questions and focusing more on those search queries where, people are asking for help or guidance or whatever, and the answer requires like some experience. There's some subjectivity to the answer. There's not just if somebody Googles what's the temperature outside right now, there's a fact-based answer that doesn't require a human. But there are a lot of questions where there's some subjectivity. Even just picking out the best products, right? What's the best four-wheeler? What's the best ATV for, for a teenager? Like there's a lot of answers that could be right depending on what your needs are, and so experience helps play into that.
Yeah, for sure. And how are things over at Income Squad? I mean, is it been a year now since you've been kind of flying solo, or has it been longer than that?
Yeah, it's been a bit longer. It was the beginning of August, end of July timeframe. So
Okay.
It's been a bit. It's gone fast, but also it's like the time's flying. I can't even keep up with it sometimes. I just look and another month's gone by. But no, it's been really good. I've got a great team of people here. Who are just awesome to work with. A lot of good creativity. That's the area where, it just takes, it's really helpful to have people to brainstorm with and bounce ideas off of. And anyway, it's been fantastic having them. And we're just still, it took a little bit to kind of get our feet under us and figure out exactly the direction, but I think we're really getting there. That's
good to hear. I love your friend and colleague with the Channel Makers channel. I do watch him quite a lot. That seems to be doing really well. Although again, he has been sharing a few things about being a YouTuber and the stresses on just people in terms of the demands that you face trying to feed the algorithm all the time.
Yep.
Do go and check that out.
Yep, you all know that it's a real thing.
Yeah, but also just with a website, with a content site, there's that constant need to keep publishing, keep producing, and never letting your guard down. Candyman's only just found out the news. He's flying solo now. What happened to his buddy Jim? I think Jim's doing fine, isn't he?
Yeah, he's doing great. Long story short, almost 2 years ago, Jim and his family moved down to southern Utah. It's about a 10-hour drive from here. And we decided, and I was fully supportive, and we decided we were going to try to figure out, like, how this could work, but our whole team's here. We film videos here. We were filming videos separately, so like he's 1 week, I'm the next week, and it was amazing how quickly it just became so much more difficult when we weren't in that constant communication, even though we were talking every day. And it just started getting harder. The content quality, I felt like both of us kind of felt like it wasn't quite there where it was before. We lost a lot of that, bouncing things off of each other. And so, it just made sense. We started talking through it and figuring out where we wanted to go. And in the end, he said, I'll go and I'll take some of our sites and some stuff, and we'll have a split. And I bought out his shares. And so we still talk. We're good friends. It was a very amicable thing. In fact, he called me just the other day and we chatted for like an hour.
But I guess you don't get much proper FaceTime now because of the distance. Why Utah? Or is that really? Maybe I shouldn't ask that, but yeah, seems a big move.
Yeah. It was a family thing.
Okay.
It was a family situation. Being with more of his family together. His parents are getting a little older and stuff, and so just decided that was the right thing for them.
Okay. Good. Well, thanks for dropping by. Obviously, we saw you. It was a shame you couldn't make it out to Affiliate Gathering this year. That was COVID related, I seem to remember, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Yep.
You got the dreaded C.
I did. I couldn't believe it.
Yeah. Are you going to be doing any events next year? Have you got anything lined up?
I hope so. I haven't really scheduled anything yet, but I do have a ticket to Vid Summit. I know that probably doesn't fit this audience, but I went to Vid Summit this last year.
So what's that? YouTube. Is that for YouTubers or something? Yeah.
Yeah. It's for YouTubers. I mean, a lot of the speakers are very well-known YouTubers. Mr. Beast and others were there, but it was pretty eye-opening. It just kind of opened my eyes a little bit more to YouTube. So that was an awesome one. So for content creators who are doing video as well, it's a really, really good conference. But I haven't lined up events yet for this year other than that one.
Okay. Mark's in the chat says, come to Affiliate Gathering. There we go. Okay, you've been to York before anyway, because you obviously came to see Carl when he won that competition all those years ago. Look where he is now, eh? Putting on events. I think Affiliate Gathering is going to be even bigger and better this year. It was fantastic. This year anyway. Good. All right. Well, we're going to run for another 20 minutes. So I'm going to do a giveaway at the end. So make sure you do click the like button. If there's anyone else who wants to join, I think you'll find the chat link there. Have anyone got any New Year's resolutions? Is anything going to change for you guys next year? Let me start with Doug. What are you giving up for the new year?
Yeah. Well, I don't do resolutions typically. No. So
they never last.
So I have nothing. Yeah, never scheduled. I just do things like I started something a couple weeks ago or whatever. So yeah, I usually don't do resolutions, and I'm actually pretty good at keeping things up. So, but I don't bite off more than I can chew. So in the new year, I think my wife might be doing dry January, so I might not do that. But I might drink a little less. So
that's fair enough.
Yeah, but I usually don't do resolutions. So answer, but nothing specific. And on that note, I have to jet. I got another thing coming up in a few minutes. But Alex, thanks for having me on. Good to see all of you here, and have a Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, and all that stuff.
Well, Doug, it's been a good year. We've done a lot together, and I've enjoyed hanging out with you, especially in San Diego. We'll catch up again in the new year. I'm sure we've got some things to talk about. But yeah, have a great Christmas, and thanks for dropping by. And keep doing what you're doing. And thanks for the music. I mean, we're going to have to clip that, I think. We're going to have to clip that.
Thank you.
All right. See you later, Doug. Cheers. Okay, so I just want to go back to the chat then. We won't do resolutions. It's a stupid question. No one does them. Let's go to your questions in the chat. Have you got any questions for who we've got on here? We've got Olivia, we've got Ariel, and we've got Ricky. I'm sure there might be some more people. Tony, if you want to jump on, that'd be good to have you on. But yeah, have you got any questions in the chat? I can put them to you now. I don't know if John Biscuit is a spammer or not. He moderated it. I was going to put his comment up, but now I've had second thoughts. I think it's Ariel. Is there some music in your background?
How is it? Can you hear it? Let me mute my.
Is that? Are they still listening to Twinkle Star?
No, they're listening to something else, but it's on Alexa, so I can tell it to. I can turn it down.
Daniel's got a question. Wondering what people think about having one site or multiple. Well, I think everyone here has got multiple sites. What are your thoughts on this? Let's start with Ricky.
Yeah, I love having a portfolio of sites. To me, I think what matters the most is just kind of like what you enjoy most about the business. So, I think it's a lot easier to be expert and really enjoy and get into one thing rather than spreading yourself out with a lot. But one of the things I really enjoy is business and the process. And so I'm cool with having multiple. So I think it's just better to do what kind of works for you. I think you can build one brand to awesomeness, or you can build multiple sites, buy them, sell them, trade them, all that kind of stuff. But do what works for you. I've seen people take it so far that it actually takes over their life, and then they're not actually happier, even though they're making great money. So don't do that.
That makes sense. In fact, I think maybe it was Carl who did a video on this some time ago, and I was a guest on it. I think you might have been a guest on it as well, Ricky. And he asked this question to a number of YouTubers. I think I was one of the few people that said multiple. In fact, a lot of people said one. But I think the advice there came from, if you're just starting out, it's probably best to focus on one site, just to kind of get your bearings and find your feet. And then maybe diversify. I think with all these updates recently, it has been... people with multiple sites have been more resilient and been able to absorb the changes a little more, because you've got some sites going up, some sites going down, and it kind of balances out. Ariel, what would you say?
I think it was just me and you that were that said multiple.
You remember was that Carl's video? I think it was.
Yeah, I think it was just us. I think everybody else said, just focus on the one. But
it was Keith. There we are, Keith. Keith,
Keith's video,
jump on.
That's right.
I tried to invite as many people as I could think of, and then as the stream approached this evening, I thought, oh God, there's a few people I haven't invited, and you were one of them, Keith. If you want to jump on, I can drop you a link. Let me know. Yeah, carry on. Sorry, Aaron.
Oh yeah, no, just that. My mindset was always, well, I have shiny object syndrome anyway, so it's been a problem. But now with everything that's happened, and being able to go back to older sites and seeing this one's doing this and the RPMs on this one are really good, I can focus on this. My mindset was always to have some on the back burner for exactly this. So I've been fortunate to have all my sites, and also I've got sites that I can sell and then get a cash injection for the sites that I'm more focused on. But going forwards, I'm only going to be focusing on 2 that I'm really interested in, that I can build a moat around. I can do all the eat for and do videos and stuff. So next year it's less niche site kind of stuff, and it's more building authority and really getting a share of voice, which is my main thing. I call it topical dominance. I want to cover everything and just really enjoy my sites. So yeah,
become a real authority on certain topics and certain things. I think maybe we should stop calling them niche websites and start calling them authority sites. Maybe that's a better term. Now, Oliver, I can't talk. You had one site, didn't you? And then you've now got more than one site.
I've now got 5. I think after my main site was hit, it was just a huge wake-up call that I think diversifying is the way.
Yeah.
I don't want all my eggs in one basket. I'm building, and also I'm doing a bit of experimenting, because all 5 of my sites are completely different. I'm having a different approach. The one I'm building up right now is doing really well on Facebook and Twitter, but my beauty site did not do well on Facebook and Twitter. So I'm kind of exploring different traffic sources as well. So when you've got multiple sites, you can kind of see what works in different niches. Like long term, I want to go back to the beauty site, but I'm not going to go back to the beauty site until I've got a couple of other sites in Mediavine that are kind of paying the bills in the background, because I haven't got a job now, so I can't be messing around.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah.
It does. give you a little bit of encouragement, doesn't it, when we've quit your 9 to 5? Do you miss that, by the way? Because you were a nurse, weren't you?
Yes, I'm a nurse. Technically, still am a
Oh,
nurse.
yeah, you are a nurse. Yeah, sorry, let's not use the word
my
were. You are a
registration-
nurse that's not currently working.
I've got my registration still until 2024, so if I don't do any work between now and then, I probably will lose it. But I don't know. It's sad because I worked hard to get my nurse's registration, and to give that up, it seems like such a waste. But one of my sites is a nursing site, actually.
So maybe you can draw from that experience, as Ricky was saying, that you do have the experience in that, so that would give you that EAT.
Yeah.
Okay. Electronic Earnings says a beauty site would do well on Pinterest, surely.
Oh yeah, Pinterest is a beauty site. Does amazing on Pinterest. I get way more traffic on Pinterest than Google. It's Facebook and Twitter it doesn't do well. Whereas my new site that I'm just building up, I get the vast majority of my traffic is on Facebook and Twitter. Like it's a really good Twitter and Facebook are really good for this niche. Not beauty, my other niche.
Interesting. I'm struggling to figure out how to switch to brand building, says Mom Van Up. We are in a good position to build a great brand, but I don't know what I'm doing. Help! Has anyone got any ideas on building a brand? Ricky, I mean, you've got a brand. Income School's a big brand in our space. How on earth do you build a brand?
Yeah, the main thing is we have to create content on platforms and types of content that people connect to and come back to. So one of the big problems we have as bloggers is we create content that people find when they're searching, and then they come and they read it. Oftentimes the struggle is then kind of pulling that person into our tribe. And that's what you need for a brand, is you need something that people want to follow and be a part of. That's where video helps a ton. Honestly, that's one of the reasons I love YouTube. And there are lots of other platforms that we should be doing video on. All of us that are doing video really should be. Might as well be doing short form content. And then you're on Instagram, you're on Facebook, you're on TikTok, you're all over out there, reaching all these different audiences. But I think that's a big one. And that can also mean creating community in one way or another. We can do that through social media groups that we create. We can do that through our own communities. You can do a little bit of that through email, but for the most part, we need to build community around what our brand is, and move away from just like content that answers questions or whatever, and definitely adding our brand and our kind of a mission and everything that people would get behind, and sort of inserting that into the content that we have.
Yeah.
People don't want to just be a part of information. They want to be a part of, a tribe or a group of people.
As you say, the best way to do that is with a video. I mean, I said that the brand was Income School, but actually, when you think about it, the brand was Ricky and Jim, because it was you guys. Yeah. That was you guys. I mean, or from Income School. So yeah, the video is a great way to build a brand. Just going to do a quick other couple of questions. What's everyone's opinion about getting a dedicated office for less distractions as opposed to just working from home? Any quick thoughts on that? I don't have an office. I kind of wish I did, because I'd have more time to work and better studio to record in. It's something I'm looking into, but it's not been an essential part of doing what I do. Obviously, Ricky, I guess you have an office, I'd imagine, where you film and work. Is there some big benefits in doing that?
Yeah, I mean, we got an office when we started having a team. That's kind of partly true. I got my own office separate from Jim originally because in my home it wasn't working. My kids were really little, so even during the school day, I had little ones running around all the time, and it was just, if I was there, they were going to come in. It was impossible. And yeah, exactly. Mom Van Up. That's I've got 5 kids, and so sometimes like I just had to have it. So I rented a small single office space, but we got a real office with more space and more of a filming setup once we had a team. And I found that even in the world of, Zoom, the collaboration is so much better when we're here in person. Yeah. And so my team is co-located in an office.
Yeah, I think definitely if you have staff, you can't have all them come around your house. That would be a nightmare. Ariel, you got kids as well. I mean, I think you're still working from home right now.
Yeah. I don't have the option to go to an office. I would do a co-worker space, a co-working
Which
space.
you're in London. I mean, there's some fantastic co-working spaces.
No, I'm not in London anymore. I'm in Milton Keynes now. So.
Milton Keynes. Well, there's some fantastic co-working spaces in Milton Keynes. Are you just up
really?
the road from where I used to live in Bedford? I know Milton Keynes very well.
Yeah.
I can't imagine what it's like to live in Milton Keynes. What's it like to live in Milton Keynes?
Very green, lots of roundabouts, but it's calm. It's nice. I don't miss London. I don't like the city. So
Yeah, and you've still got everything. You've got a Five Guys. You've got a massive cinema. You've got an indoor ski slope. I mean, there's everything you need in Milton Keynes.
Yeah. So it's fine. But no, I would. I've turned a spare room into my office, which is good enough for me. I homeschool. Mine are quite young as well, so it works. It all works together. So I don't think I'd need to go to another space for now.
Okay. And Olivia, I guess you're fine at the moment where you are at home?
Yeah, I mean, I've got space to work at home. I mean, I live in London as well, so I'm not quite sure how much renting an office space in London would be. So
when I used to, when I first had my agency and we were looking for London clients, we took a space at, it was a club called One Alfred Place, which is just behind Tottenham Court Road. And it was fantastic. It wasn't particularly expensive. But I mean, there was a full bar, there was a restaurant, there was boardrooms. You could, use the facilities as and when you wanted, and it was a great place to also network with other entrepreneurs and other people doing similar stuff. So, I think there's definitely some merit in maybe not taking on a full office, but a co-working space is definitely maybe the step to take. Okay, I know Steve was trying to get in the green room. That's fine. I can put you through if you want to join again. If anyone wants to, I can hear some children in the background there. Yeah. Keith, goodbye, Keith. Sorry, I did send you a link to join. Shame you couldn't get on. We'll catch up soon. See, we're rapidly running out of time, so I will wrap up soon and we'll do the giveaway. If you've got any more questions, I did see a question. I don't know where it's gone now. There was a question for you, Ricky, regarding Acabado. I never know how to say it. What are your thoughts? Because I'm also curious because we have just launched our theme. You may have seen it, Popcorn theme, and basically all that kind of stuff that comes with developing and selling software. It kind of looks easy on the surface, but then the more you get into it, there's a lot more to it, isn't there? So what are your thoughts with doing that going forward?
Yeah, I mean, and I saw on the question, they were asking if we were going to move toward full site editing. I would love that. I love the full site editing approach that we're getting now with WordPress. So here's my thoughts with Acabado. We originally built the theme because we wanted a theme that someone who is brand new to WordPress could just put it on their site and not make their website look really bad.
and just start publishing content, which is kind of what we wanted to do with Popcorn. Yeah, not too many bells and whistles. Just you put it up, it looks fairly decent. It's nice and fast, and you can just start publishing.
Yes, we wanted it to be fast, and we wanted to minimize the plugins you would need. So we built in a little bit of kind of other stuff, but there's a downside to that, and that is that you're kind of stuck, right? Once you're in it, it's like there's a lot less customization than you would get with Astra or something like that, where it's obviously very, very customizable. So I think it's a really good theme for basic niche or blog based websites. It works especially really great if you're getting started and you don't know a lot about WordPress yet, and there's this huge learning curve ahead of you. But a lot of people a year or 2 years in, they're like, hey, I think I need another theme. And I'm like, yeah, that's fine. If you're trying to do a lot of customization, you're probably going to want another theme. So I do have some plans to help kind of, first of all, modernize the look of it a little bit. And I mean, I would love to move toward full site editing, but that almost requires like rebuilding it from scratch. So anyway, I don't have firm plans for it right now, mostly because we're not a development company. And so we keep the theme up to date for our members and for those who have purchased it, but it hasn't been the priority.
No.
Quite
well,
honestly,
we should maybe talk offline, and
we should. Yeah, we should, because
maybe Web Popcorn
it's
can
hard.
maybe help with that. It's a lot of work, and
Think
Phil,
so.
who's developed Popcorn for us, has been spending. I mean, as you say, we had Popcorn version 1, which didn't have the full site editing, and now we've released version 2, which does. But it's basically a new theme because it's so they're so different. A lot of people giving a lot of love to Popcorn. That's good. I'm glad you enjoy it, and we're still finding our feet with it.
Awesome.
Many mucho websites, volume with a system. Yes. Is that a bit of Spanish there, Thomas? What you're doing? Good. Well, it's like the Milton Keynes tourist. Well, I love Milton Keynes. It gets a lot of bad press, Milton Keynes. Ricky, you probably don't know what Milton Keynes is. It's a new city that was created in the UK to cater for the overspill of London, and they designed it as an experiment, and they basically looked at American cities like LA and basically other big American cities with the grid system of roads, and they copied it. So it's a huge city with grid systems with no traffic lights, though it's all roundabouts, and designed to have lots of open space and be the utopia that you want to live in. Whether they achieve that, I don't know, but they tried really hard.
Some areas are really nice. Where we are is pretty nice, so I like it. We've got
It's
a
nice,
lake.
and the city centre's nice. I'm saying it has got everything you want. You know, any store you want to visit, they've got it, and any facility, it's got everything. And it never has traffic problems, does it?
Oh, it does now. Lots of people, because people try and find places outside of London, don't they, that are still within a decent commute. So lots of people have moved out. Everyone has the same idea to be able to get into London, so it's quite busy now.
Yeah. Then they built Stevenage. I think Stevenage was actually first. I think they did Stevenage before Milton Keynes. And they went, God, we're not going to do it like that. Wow. Stevenage. Have you ever been to Stevenage? Jesus. Anyway. Right, let's... I'm going to wrap it up. I'm going to say goodbye to all my guests now, and I wish you all a very Merry Christmas and a good holiday season, and a Happy New Year, and the best for 2023. But before you go... I want to ask all three of you that remain, starting with Olivia, if you've got one thing that you want to end with, just one little thought or tip or anything to share with the audience, go. If not, just say Merry Christmas and see you later.
Gosh,
Or just show us that fantastic T-shirt that you're wearing. It looks good in pink. I don't have one in pink.
you know what? I think my one thing that I've kind of tried to learn from this year is just not react at all to what Google's doing. And my motto for next year is going to be, whatever. I'm not going to even look at my analytics because it's not helpful.
Yeah, fair enough. Never look at your analytics. That's the takeaway. I think you should look at it now and again, but maybe don't look at it every single morning. It's not a good way. Oh, I see a child. There we go. I was getting flashbacks then to when my daughter Robin was a baby, and I was trying to do a live stream, and my wife had gone out and she was crying, and I ended up just bringing her in, like cradling her while I was trying to do a live stream. That'll be on YouTube somewhere. But kids, gotta love them. What would you like to share before you leave us, Ariel? And thanks very much for coming on, by the way.
Oh, that's fine. I was going to say I had my baby on when I had my chat with Ezoic, which was funny. Yeah. But I'd say we have to just crack on. Like, things are going to change crazily in 2023. When I started with Jim and Ricky as well, and things was completely different then. That was only 2 years ago, and things have changed so much in those 2 years that things are going to change even more in 2023, especially with AI and whatnot. But we adapt as with everything. So I think people should be resilient and just crack on. If something doesn't work, just keep going, just keep building. Because any successful person will tell you, there's years and years behind their success. So just adapt and be resilient. It's easier said than done, but it's worth it. So
adapt, be resilient, keep going. You can learn, and we can overcome the changes, because things are always changing in life and on the internet, especially. They change particularly fast, and as long as you can adapt and move with them, you'll be fine. Which is a great message. Ricky, we'll finish with you. What would you like to share as a final thought?
Yeah, I love the advice that you guys have given. Echo that 100%. The one thing I would say is, and a big thing that I'm trying to do is make it fun. A lot of us are doing this because we want to have more stable income, but also because we don't love the kind of daily grind of a regular 9 to 5 and working for somebody else. but we can often be a much harder boss on ourselves than any boss we ever had. So one thing that I'm really trying to do with the content that I'm working on today is just enjoy it a lot more.
We often forget that. Actually, we get
like,
stressed and we, overwork ourselves and just, that's not what we're doing it for,
Absolutely.
is it?
Nope.
Okay. Well, Ricky, you're getting a lot of love in the chat. Steve says income school is my starting point. Income school is the GOAT, the GOAT. Carl says adapt and overcome. That's a very concise way of saying it. Pack Pixel says, can AI content rank on Google? Yes, it can. I've got videos on that with examples and they're still ranking really well. Electronic Earnings, who's a regular on channel. Income school was my starting point as well. And I sold a site this year for almost 6 figures. I do actually want to quickly touch on that before you go, Ricky, because I get this as well, messages from people where they say, you have changed my life. You must get even more than me, I'd have thought. But surely that makes it all worthwhile, doesn't it? How do you feel when you get those messages?
Absolutely. And sometimes we get messages that are like more detailed. Someone gives a little bit more background. But even just the ones that are just like, thank you, you changed my life. It makes all of it worth it. Even the hard days, even the struggles sometimes where we are working really hard and not having fun for long periods of time. It's all worth it. That for me, it is. It's what I do it for.
To anyone out there, I think hopefully they can see all of us and all of our channels and all the stuff we're doing and just be inspired. And all they got to do is believe that they can do it. And as I say, if you keep showing up and you keep putting the time in and keep doing it, it can happen to any of us, can't it? Well, don't stress, stay positive, says Carl. I think that's a great message to end on. I am going to run a very short ad for Popcorn Theme now. But during that time, if you would say something in the chat, we can have a giveaway. But before I do that, let me wish you all a Merry Christmas. And thanks very much to all my guests for coming on. Thank you, Ricky, Ariel, and Olivia are still here. It was a bit rushed at the beginning, everyone trying to join. I needed to obviously remember how many seats I've got on my heat camp plan. 5 is fine. I see. But anyway, thanks for all. And I'll speak to you all soon. And yeah, let's do the draw. I'm going to do a quick transition.
Thanks, everyone.
I was going to do a transition. Oh, I love it when you're still there. Here we go, transition. Okay, I'm back flying solo. I think we should probably go back to the Christmas music, shouldn't we? I think we should. If you would like to win some WP Eagle merch, just say something in the chat right now. That was fun, wasn't it? That was great to have some guests on. Next year going forward, I really am going to get a lot more guests on. That's my plan for the live streams. I think it's good when I'm going back and forth and just chatting to people. It makes some good content. Thank you all to my guests. If I cut you off abruptly or whatever, I do apologise. People coming in and out. Me being completely unorganised, didn't know what I was doing. But thank you all for joining me, and it's been fun. But anyway, let us fire up the wheel of names. If I can just find it. Here we go. And I see, there's 73 right now, which is busy stream. We used to gone on the days of when I used to have over 100, but we're not giving away websites for free. Let me scoop all of you guys up. I think that's all of you. Oh, what do I need to do? Accept this annoying cookie message. Okay, that was I didn't copy anything. You've got another few minutes while I desperately try and figure out how to copy and paste the names. I think if I zoom out, that works better, doesn't it? Feliz Navidad, indeed, Jonathan. Okay, it's probably because I'm not playing the funky party. Let's go. There's just too many names. There's got to be an easier way to do this, YouTube. There needs to be like a built-in name downloader facility. Here we go. Here we go. You ready? I think as Christmas, I'm going to do 2 spins. So let's start with the first one. Ooh, who is it going to be? That is Chris Thornton. Get some jingle bells. Chris, you've won some WP Eagle merch. Maybe you'd like the gold. It's pretty cool. Or indeed the pink that Livy was wearing earlier. There's enough bells. Drop me an email to eagle@wpeagle.com with what you would like. Have a look on wpeagle.com to find it. And let me know your size and address and we'll sort it out. Let's do one more though, shall we? I'm going to scoop up all the names one more time just so that they're fresh. Can't do Control A, you see, Cole, look. Because it just picks up the whole page. I only need you guys. Let's go. Did Doug go because Ricky came on? Was that? I thought there might be some awkwardness. Them two got history. Then when Doug was on with Sean, we're all friends. I thought we were all friends. We're all friends. Anyway, the winner of the second draw is gonna be Daniel, much deserved as well, member of 6 months. Daniel, congratulations. I'm going to send you some merch. Drop me an email. But now, alas, the super long hour and a half stream has come to an end, so let me just wrap it up. Thank you all. It's been a great year. Thanks for hanging out with me for 2022. I know I've been off for the last few weeks, just getting my head straight, figuring out what's going on. But I'll be back strong in January. I did pop up a little video about popcorn. And then after I did it, I kind of regretted it. I didn't think it was as good as it could have been. That's kind of issue I'm going for at the moment. But yeah, I'll be back next year with more popcorn, with more YouTube, and just some new stuff. With regards to my sites, Best Called Bobber is growing nicely. So I've got some big ideas for that. I'm going to do some stuff and obviously get some new sites going up. Can You Wash It is also doing pretty well. So the Thursday streams, I'm sure, will return. Whether they'll be on a Thursday, I'm not sure. But yeah, I think so. I think it was more the other way, actually. There was once it was a long time ago. I don't really want to talk about it, but it was to do with KGR. Thank you, Phil. Thank you, Pack Pixel. I know, Fruitback Cat. Oh, you lot were talking about it in the chat. You were saying that it was palpable. Thank you, Carl. Chris, wow, you've got a free membership as well. It's going well for you this evening. Thanks for jumping on, Olivia. It's great, and it's good to hear that your site's doing well. You can always re-record it, but I've already published it. It's too late. Once it's up there, it's up there. It was fine video. I really do love Popcorn Theme, and it was just showing off some of the new features. I don't know. Oh, did they take it down? Okay. That's nice, Johnny. Have a good Christmas. Thank you. Matthew, yeah, if you come to Spain, we'll definitely have a beer. Thank you, Helen. Thanks for all your support this year as well. Thank you, Justin. Yeah, I think it is. But on that note, thank you, Gaz, and thank you for all of my regulars that come on. I really do appreciate you guys that come on every single week to watch me. I know you must have something better to do on a Tuesday, and I do really appreciate it. We hit a peak this evening of I don't know. My YouTube analytics won't show me. I think around 75, something like that. So that was fantastic. But yeah, on that note, I will leave you. and I'll see you next year. Have a great Christmas and a great New Year. I hope this year's been good for you. If it hasn't, I'm sure next year is going to be better and going to be good, and we're all going to make some money online and change our lives and have a good time in the process. Thank you, Jonathan. I'm looking forward to doing them. So yeah, we had some great guests. Thank you all for joining, and I think I'm going to invite them all back actually individually next year, and we can have some one-on-one time with all of them because they've all got something great to say. And thank you, Carl, for all your support as well. We'll catch up soon. Yep. Good to see you. It was great to meet you this year as well at Affiliate Gathering. I'm looking forward to Affiliate Gathering next year. I think I've got a ticket. I'm sure Carl said I could have one on the house. If not, I'll have to buy one. Thank you, Robin and J. Paul and everyone in the chat. If I missed you, I apologise. The chat's been moving pretty fast. John, yeah, I think you've already been warned. When you say hottie, are you talking about Fix? Thank you, Easy Spaniel Training. That is a great reason for watching me on a Tuesday. There isn't much on telly. Thank you, Michelle. I hope you're all well. Good morning to you. Anyway, I can't stand here saying goodbye and good luck and all that all night. I've got to pull this stuff away before it rains. Anyway, have a good one. Thanks for joining me. It's been fun, and thank you again to all my guests. I think I've run the popcorn ad enough now, so I won't inflict that on you anymore. See you later. Oh, go on then, one more time.